If you just picked up your first Honda, whether it be a Civic, an Accord, or even an Integra, you might be sitting there wondering, like, what do I mod first, especially if you're a beginner. In this video, I'm going to talk about the top 5 mods that basically every beginner should do, kind of in the exact order that I would do them. I've been modifying Hondas for over 30 years, so I definitely have some experience with this. I'm not going to give you any BS. Let's get right into it. So starting at number 5, we have the classic first mod, the cold air intake. This replaces your factory airbox with a less restrictive intake, letting the engine pull in cooler, denser air, usually from a different location than the factory airbox. As far as gains, on most naturally aspirated Hondas, you're looking at approximately 3 to 7 horsepower. Now, it's not a huge number, but you'll definitely feel it, and you'll definitely hear a difference, especially if you pair it with some of the other mods on this list. Install time is usually about an hour with hand tools only. Just a heads up on this, skip the cheap eBay like sound tube intakes. I would go with a real brand that has real dyno numbers. My personal preference is going to be either Engine, AEM, or K&N. Those are the best options out there. I'm putting this at number 5 because it's cheap and it's easy, but the gains are modest. So again, it's kind of an introduction. My number 4 is something that definitely pairs well with the cold air intake, and that's going to be a catback exhaust. Basically what that does is it replaces your exhaust system from everything from the catalytic converter back. Now this reduces back pressure and changes your exhaust note. Obviously it's going to make it louder usually. You're looking at about 3 to 5 horsepower on its own, but the real reason that people get this is the sound, and it gives your car a lot more personality. Now you pair this with a cold air intake from number 5 and you're really letting your engine breathe to its full potential. And it's going to take you probably 1 to 3 hours. Just another heads up, catback actually keeps your catalytic converter in place, which matters for emissions testing and keeps you emission compliant in a lot of states. Now this is a bit of a bigger investment than the cold air intake, and install on this could be a little bit harder because depending on your car, exhaust bolts can be kind of difficult to get off. For example, on my RSX Type S, I had to drill out all the bolts going to my catalytic converter. It took quite a while. Mod number 3 is where we start touching handling, and we're talking about coilovers. Coilovers basically allow you to lower your car, which lowers the center of gravity, and it tightens up body roll, transforming how the car feels in corners. Not to mention, it really makes a car look amazing. Now this isn't really a horsepower mod, obviously. It's more about feel, and your Honda will definitely turn sharper and look a lot more aggressive in the stance. For install time, you're looking at probably half a day for a beginner with the right tools. Now just a heads up, cheap coilovers can ride harshly and they wear out fast. You may hear a lot of noises, so if your budget's tight, I would just maybe start with like a spring kit from Eibach or H&R and upgrade later. But if you're looking for quality coilovers, I always suggest BC Racing. That's what I run. Another solid option would be Tian, which are the green ones. They've been around forever. But me personally, I run BC Racing. They actually have decent ride quality for coilovers. Number 2 is a mod that's cheap, it's easy, and it really transforms how your car feels every single time you drive it, and that is a short throw shifter. So this basically shortens the physical distance the shifter travels between gears by changing the leverage ratio at the base of the shifter. The same gears, the same transmission, it's just got a tighter, more direct throw. And this is all about the pure feel of how it shifts. You're going to notice faster, crisper shifts. You're going to have less arm movement. It's automatically going to make your car feel a lot sportier. So if you've got a stick shift Honda, this is one of the most noticeable upgrades that you can make. Me personally, I like Acuity. I think they make some really good shifters. There's also K-Tuned. I think Skunk 2 also makes some, but install time should be less than an hour for most Hondas. Usually it's just a few bolts under the shifter boot, and you don't really need any special tools. Now, a heads up on this, if you go really cheap on your shifter, you can introduce more vibration and noise in the cabin. I would definitely read some reviews for your specific chassis before you buy. Shifter feels very subjective, and some people love like a really notchy mechanical feel, and others find it fatiguing on long drives. So Do a little bit of research before you buy this. I rank this number 2 because it's low cost, it's quick to install, and it's a mod that you'll notice literally every time you touch the shifter, which if you drive a manual is all the time. And mod number 1, and this shouldn't be a surprise, that's wheels and tires. Lighter wheels reduce unsprung weight, which improves acceleration, braking, and handling all at once. And your tires are the only thing that's actually touching the road, so a grippy tire will outperform almost any other bolt-on part. You're going to notice better grip in every direction, sharper steering feel, and a car that finally looks finished. Add this with some coilovers and you can change the whole look of your car. It really is amazing what a set of wheels and tires can do. I would definitely get your offset and sizing right before you buy. Wrong fitment means rubbing, and you don't want to deal with all that. I would do some research, find other people that have the same chassis as you, and kind of see what wheels they're running and the sizes as well as the offset. I put this at number 1 because it's the mod with the best return, basically. I mean, it affects how the car drives. It also affects how your car looks. So to recap, from 5 to 1, we got the cold air intake, catback exhaust, coilovers, a short throw shifter, and wheels and tires. I mean, that right there should set your car off, and I think you'll be really happy if you do those 5 items. If you're building on a budget, I would do them in the order of intake, exhaust first, since they're cheap, then suspension, short shifter, and last but not least, wheels and tires, but it's really up to you. So that's my list. Let me know in the comments what your first mod was, and if you disagree with the order, tell me what you would swap out. If this helped, drop a like, drop a subscribe. I'm DC5 James, and I will see you on the next video. Peace.